We're not going to let a little rain stop us. Everybody's here. It's the world-famous WYCD Downtown Hoedown. Everybody give it up for Jason Aldean.
Yeah! Woo, 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 woo. So you brought this beautiful weather with you, Jason.
Yeah, I was just telling you guys, we seems like this year we have a knack for crappy weather following us wherever we go. So sorry to bring it to your town, but
well, you can't have a red-hot career, #1 records, and nice weather everywhere you go, okay?
Well, we've hit it all. We've had tornadoes. You know, now it's raining and cold when it was 80 here a couple days ago. So we're kind of running the gamut right now.
Well, it takes a hell of a storm to stop a Detroit party.
I see that, man. Everybody, you know,
Well,
doesn't seem to be affecting anybody.
Well,
so
we told them you were coming and headlining, closing out the show, our 3-day music festival, the biggest in the country, and we told everybody that you were going to heat up Hart Plaza at least another 40 degrees.
Well, I hope so. You know, it's this is a show we've been trying to do now for a few years, and just for whatever reason, there was always kind of something standing in the way of us making it. And this year, finally got a chance to be here for the first time.
Well, you'd probably
so.
Look at the weather map and go, nah, I don't think
Yeah,
I
maybe
wanna
the
go there.
last time after this, y'all want us back. But, but no, you know, we're excited. This is one of those shows that I've heard a lot about, you know, and some of the guys in my band have actually played it before. And so, you know, they kind of told me what to expect, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, it's a whole lot of fun, and we're so happy for you. Everything is just going so great in your career.
Congratulations on the duet with Kelly Clarkson.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That song has been amazing, and you know, it's funny how something that we were just kind of brainstorming about in the studio. We had this song, and we were just kind of brainstorming with my producer about, you know, possibly turning the song into a duet, and I threw out Kelly's name, and next thing we know, you know, she's got the song and loves it, and we're cutting it, and you know, it's been a huge song for my career.
Who are some of the other women that names got thrown out as potential duet partners for that song?
Well, I think it was some that you would probably think. I mean, it was Carrie Underwood was one that we had talked about.
Really?
Yeah, it was ones like that. But to me, part of what made it cool was the fact that we kind of went outside the box a little bit and got somebody that was a little unpredictable, you know. And she, to me, I mean, Kelly is, I mean, her voice is amazing. I mean, she's one of the best singers there is, period. And to get her on the record, I just think kind of made a, you know, kind of brought a whole new sound to that song, and it's been a big one for us.
Well, if the sky were the limit, any genre, who would you like your dream duet partner? Is there anybody on that list or such a list?
Well, I grew up a big fan of the group Alabama, and I got a chance to work with Randy Owen a couple years back and recorded a song with him. And you know, the one person, and I've had a chance to work with a lot of guys that I grew up idolizing, guys like John Anderson, and got a chance to play with Steve Perry or Joe Perry, I'm sorry, from Aerosmith, guitar player this year, and Steve Perry's Journey. But anyway, it was Joe Perry, and you know, so I'm a big fan of those guys. But the one guy that I haven't had a chance to work with that I would love to is probably George Strait.
George Strait.
Yeah, I keep throwing his name out there anytime I get the chance, hoping that, you know, he's gonna be listening one of these days and give me a call and you know, figure out something to do.
That would be awesome. I would love to hear that. What about a female? What female would you like to, if you could?
Females. I'm a big you know, Leanne Womack fan. I love her voice. Miranda, I'm a big fan of. I had a chance to work with Miranda. She came in on my second album and actually sang backgrounds on a song on my second album. So I've had a chance to work with her a little bit, and had a chance to work with Carrie, and you know, and I mean, all those people are great singers.
Well,
and,
speaking of Miranda, I don't know if you know this, Jason. You may have seen this on Twitter. By the way, you're going to be doing our big tweet and greet just
right.
a little bit later on this afternoon. We had a moment of silence here at Hart Plaza last night, right before Josh Grayson, in honor of Blake Shelton getting married.
Yeah, he's like, can we have a moment of silence, please?
I wanted to ask you, did you send Blake and Miranda a wedding gift or a card, or have you reached out to them in any way?
I didn't get an invite to the wedding, so you know, if I would have gotten an invite, I probably wouldn't have made it, but I would have sent him something. But the fact that I didn't get an invite
means no gift.
Yeah, I'll hang on to my gift.
So what would you send Blake Shelton if you got? Let's say Blake sent you one. What would you get Blake? What can you give a guy that has nothing?
I don't know. Maybe a maybe a box of new phones for him to tweet or whatever whatever he does. I mean, I'm sure he's worn out the one he has. Every time I think the guy, sends tweets about 20 times a day. So I don't know how he has time to do anything else, honestly.
Poor Miranda, huh? So much for that honeymoon.
No kidding.
Do you still get a chance to get out and this is big four-wheeling country up here in Michigan? I mean, everybody's got a four-wheeler. And well, I'm sorry, we did have them. We got them repossessed. But anyway, do you still do that as much as you can?
Yeah, I do, man. I have a little farm that I live on, and so I have one there that I get to ride around a little bit on, and then in the when the deer hunting season comes in, we go to Kansas on a hunting trip, and me, Luke Bryan, and some guys that we hunt with. And then in December we go to Texas and do another hunting trip for about a week, and so yeah, we do it as much as we can get away with these days, as much as we have time for. Well,
this country music performing kind of gets in the way of your fun a lot, doesn't it?
It does, man. You're always on the road. When it's funny, when everybody else is off work, you're working. So everybody else is off on the weekends and we're on the road. So it's kind of one of those things. Whenever the stars align and everybody's home at the same time, it's we'll do it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, but I wanted to ask about Dirt Road Anthem. I love that song so much.
Who doesn't love Dirt Road Anthem?
I mean, that is so cool, so rocking, and I'm just, there are country music purists who are talking about
there are critics.
Rapping, and what do you want to say to people? I say it is not rap when a country artist does it. I mean, how many other country artists speak spoken word during a song, but they're calling it rap? It's not rap. And what do you have to say to these critics?
Well, I have to say, I don't really have anything to say to critics. I mean, to me, that's one person's opinion of which I don't make albums and make music for critics. So as long as, we've sold about 1.5 million copies of the record, so I think that kind of speaks for itself. And obviously there's a lot of people out there that like it, and those are the people that we make the music for. Not somebody that sits at a desk and listens to CDs and critiques them. That's right. Just
when you were first sent that song, did you fall in love with it, or did it have to grow on you?
No, you know what? My buddy Colt Ford was one of the writers on that.
Oh, absolutely.
And a guy named Brantley Gilbert, who's also
cool. I like
Brantley Gilbert.
Yeah, he's got good music.
Both of those guys are fellow Georgia boys, and Brantley also wrote My Kind of Party, and so Colt actually gave me the song, and he had cut it, and I thought it was cool, and I thought the only way that it would work for us is to kind of put our spin on it and do it a little bit different, and and I think once we got in the studio and started just kind of playing around with it, we kind of found our vibe on the song a little bit, and I think we kind of knew immediately that it was cool. It was going to be different. I mean, I think we all knew that, and we all knew there was going to be some people out there that were going to badmouth it and and give us a hard time for it. But it's that's with any song. I mean, I've had that on every song we've put out up to this point, I think. So you're not going to please everybody, and I know that, and I've known that since I started. You just got to make music that you like, things that are cool to you, and hope that there's a lot of people out there that think the same way you do.
1.5 million so far.
Yeah.
I mean, you're off to a good start.
Yeah, critics can say what they want. That to me speaks for itself.
You have won awards thus far in your career. At this point, do you care if you win any more awards? Is that something that you're driven for or driven to do?
It's not something that drives me. But at the same time, I mean, I think it's human nature for anybody to, like to get a pat on the back from their peers and people, and whatever it is that you do. And, and for us, I mean, it's, getting nominated is cool. For me, I'm not one of those guys that's going to say, oh, it's great to be nominated. It is. But when I get nominated for something, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I want to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a come from a sports background. I mean, I'm a competitor, and it's like I don't care if I'm playing Monopoly or putt-putt or whatever it is. I want to win, and and so, but it's cool. I mean, there's to be, this year we got our first Entertainer of the Year nomination, which was amazing, and that one was the first time I think I ever said, that it was really an honor to be in the category with those guys and be nominated for that for the
Biggest
first time.
and best.
So But it would be nice to win that one day too.
You will.
yeah.
Your day's
I mean,
coming.
we would be very surprised with the success you've had, especially this last quarter and this last half year, if you didn't win it. So we're certainly going to be pulling for you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, so what's up? You told us, we talked to you a few weeks, maybe a month ago, and you said you were going to give your buddy Kid Rock a call. Do you think there's a chance he's going to come on down here tonight? Check it out.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I know we got some of our buddies from the Tigers coming out tonight.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so Brad Penny and some of those guys are coming out. So I don't know. I'll have to give Kid a call and see.
Well,
see
you know,
what's
if
happening.
you call him, be careful because he probably hadn't got up yet. So
Well,
you want to wake him up.
That's a musician for you. I think I woke up at 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon myself, so I can't say anything about that.
How did you two become friends? I didn't really know that. Are you guys buds? Do you guys see each other on a regular basis or in Nashville? Or how did you guys hook up and become buds?
Kid Rock?
Yeah.
I met him actually through Big and Rich when I actually met him through Big Kenny and John Rich and
Me
I
too.
went to their show and actually went to a Kid Rock show and they were there and we just after the show got to hanging out a little bit and just kind of running into him here and there. We've done a couple shows together and he's actually I had a big party at my house after the CMT Artist of the Year award show that was a few months back, and I had a big party, and he came over, and he was kind of took over our karaoke setup we had going on over there, and became master of ceremonies.
He's so cool, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, like I don't know if you know, I forget what the crime series he played a character like a rock star, and they had him play this like jerky, arrogant rock star character, and he's so not like that.
Yeah, he's actually he's really cool and really he's really a smart dude too, and but he's an entertainer, man, and I don't think there's anybody out there that does it better. I mean, we've like I said, I've had a chance to check his show out quite a few times now, and he's just a cool dude. I mean, he's great entertainer and just a good guy.
All right,
Not
Jason
like
Aldean.
you. No wonder you guys are hanging out, man.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for you to set this crowd on fire tonight.
Birds of a feather. Hey, Jason Aldean, thank you so much.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all for
Live
having
and
me.
free tonight, Hart Plaza.
Love
It's only
you,
one place
man.
you can see this guy for free, and that's the WYCD Downtown Hoedown.